What is good with it? People of Fernando Food, episode 16, Dieciseis. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We got a doozy. We're doing something different today. I am craving a Euro sandwich, a pita sandwich. None of this wrap burrito stuff. No. Pita bread with a little bit of lettuce, some tomato up in there, some sliced lamb. Maybe some falafels, and some hummus. And with that, we're gonna head up this spot that I've never been to called Konstantis in downtown San Mateo. From what I've read, people really enjoy it, so we're gonna go check it out. Give you guys the full review, the Fernando review, the special. And yeah, maybe it'll inspire you to go out there in downtown San Mateo. Check it out. So yeah, here we go. Oh my goodness. Look at all. They were kind enough to hook me up with some lentil soup, so I'm really excited to try that. But look at what we got. We got a Euro pita sandwich, and I asked them to make it a little spicy because I love it. You know, I got some pita bread, I got some hummus, you can't go wrong with that, and some falafels. Some falafels, people. People here are really kind so far. The venue is awesome, and obviously, in downtown San Mateo, they actually closed down B Street, the main downtown drag, so that way restaurants can actually open up and like have outdoor seating. So it's really cool that they've been able to help them out that way. But let's get started with this soup, shall we? Oh man, it comes with this little bread. Let's check this out. They gave me a little spoon up in here. I won't be able to eat all of this, but let's try this. It's very creamy. It's not overly overwhelming with any flavors in particular, but let's try it with this bread. Oh yeah. But oh my goodness, people, the soup is really good. Actually, I'm not a huge soup person per se, but what I will say with a little bit of bread, the bread is like perfect. It's almost like they made it this morning. Super fluffy, and with the creaminess of the lentil soup. I had tried it solo, but that little bit of lemon, a little bit of bread up in there, it was perfect. It's so creamy, it doesn't need anything else. The bread, it's like they made it this morning, and that little bit of citrusy, just takes it over the edge. Nice and creamy, beautiful. Let's move on to the hummus, shall we? Oh my goodness, the hummus and the pita are phenomenal. The pita is obviously a little bit toasted on the outside and so fluffy on the inside. And the hummus, I mean, what's not to love? It's like perfect. The little bit of olive oil, the olive in it, the spices on top, it's just perfectly creamy. I also don't feel like it's overly seasoned. It just has the perfect amount that nothing particularly overwhelms anything. I love that the pita is lightly toasted, super fluffy on the inside. All of it gives it that perfect balance. It's phenomenal. Let's move on to the falafels though. Look at that. It looks perfectly crunchy. Oh, and it just falls apart. So good. It definitely has that little bit of zing. You can taste the spices that go in it. It's perfectly crunchy on the outside and so delicate on the inside. Perfectly filling. I love how they seasoned it. It's not overwhelming. It's just the perfect amount, but it has that little bit of zing in it. I don't know what it is. It's probably the sauce, but let's try one by itself, shall we? Look at that. It has that little bit of crunch. I love it. And now the main course, they've actually loaded this pita sandwich up. So I'm gonna have to dig in here and we're gonna get to try these ingredients solos. Look at this. They loaded this sucker up. Loaded it. I love it. Let's try this. I asked for them to put it a little spicy. A little spice. So let's try this bad boy, huh? Oh my God, the meat is like perfectly tender, perfectly seasoned. A little bit of pepper, a little bit of spice because of the hot sauce that I asked them to put on. Oh my goodness. The tomato gives it that freshness, the lettuce, the onions give it that crunch. Oh, and then the pita bread. The pita bread is on point, people. On point. Look at this bad boy. Look at that. Huh? The lettuce, the tomato, the onions. It's so fresh, and like you bite into it, it gives you that little bit of crunch because of the onions. Oh man, the tenderness of the meat, perfectly seasoned. I will say, if they toasted the pita bread a little bit longer, oh my goodness, I'd marry this place. And how could I forget? I forgot about the cucumbers at the bottom. Oh my goodness. It's like a little surprise at the end. You're chowing down a pita sandwich, and then you get to the cucumber, and you get a little bit of crunchiness and that freshness. Oh, so good. Oh man, a little bit of carrots, some cabbage. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong, people. And we couldn't leave here without dessert. Look at these. Oh my goodness. Look at these people. Look, like these guys were so kind to hook me up with some baklava, some pistachio baklava, which apparently is like one of the top rated items on their menu. So here we go. It's not overly sweet. It's so fluffy, people. And then the layers. Oh my goodness. They nailed it. Perfectly sweetened. Like I mentioned, it's not overwhelming. It's just the perfect amount. Gives you that little bit of fluffiness and crunchiness at the top while you work your way through. Oh, yeah, the magic is in the layers. You can definitely taste the pistachios. Look at this. Look at all these layers, people. They've nailed it. It's so, and it's not dense either. Like once you get to the sweet portion of it, it's not dense, and it's like perfectly balanced is the way that I want to say it. It's the word that I want to choose. It really is one of the top products on that menu. And that concludes the episode, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 16. I really appreciate it a ton. Hit that like button, by the way. It really helps me out a ton with the algorithm, YouTube gods. So that way it gets promoted and other people can watch the delicious content that you guys just enjoyed. Obviously subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And if you have any recommendations, like leave it in the comment box below, or follow me on IG, Instagram, FernandoFood. Thanks so much to the two that let me have the handle FernandoFood, and it's not FernandoFood_ anymore. So yeah, follow me if you haven't already on Instagram, here on YouTube. It'll notify you when new content. Keep in mind that on Instagram, I sometimes post more pictures of food that I don't necessarily have episodes to, but it's like of places that I really enjoy, so I take pictures of the food and all that. So if you're into that content, like follow me there, and leave me a comment if you guys have any recommendations. So yeah, I also have a Yelp page. I'll link it down here below. And yeah, it'll be on the description as well, so that way you can just click on it and it'll take you to the Yelp page. I'm trying to be a little bit more active. It's not that many people follow Yelp reviews, but we're gonna try and grow it, if you may. So yeah, with that, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next week, yeah?